What's up guys, how are you guys doing? In this video we're gonna be talking about Serenials, and of course this video is also gonna be serve as like a general guide for her, and yeah, we're gonna see how she works and stuff like that. If you guys see my community post, I did end up getting a very nice build for her, so I'll be showing you guys how that build works. And of course we are also gonna be talking about teams for base teams for her, and like day combinations, and also the partners you guys can use with her. Okay, but of course before that I do want to say I hope you guys had a great holidays and all that, you know, I hope you guys celebrate with your family, friends, you know, or lovers or stuff like that. Yeah, let me know how you guys holiday went. Okay, but yeah, let's get to it, man. Of course Serena, she's, bro, this character is amazing, man. I am loving using her. She's so fun, guys, and yeah, she's just an insane character, guys. Okay, so with Serena, so the build I end up getting with her, my recent build is this right here, guys. If you guys would look at this right here, look at this. So just from looking at this, you know, the purpose of this build is pretty much generating as much homie laser L cards as possible and just killing everything in her pass. Okay, of course usually you guys want to like duplicate this card right here. If you guys have this epiphany right here that says on ravage, move to hand, destroy, add 1 hit, increase this card damage by 30%, right? This is really good, but I didn't get lucky with duplicate this. Most of the duplicates event I had was like from the boss and stuff like that. This card was the one that was available, so I tried to duplicate it as much as possible. Of course this card came back, her basic cards, but that's no big deal. I'm glad it's only this that came back actually, because I was kind of scared. Of course 140 point, and I ended up getting this build from City of Mist stage with a tier 13 value. Okay, so yeah, of course I also end up getting this as well. Since we can't duplicate this, I was so happy that I was also able to duplicate this as well, because right here, this is insane, but it's an insane upgrade skill where it generates you 2 homie lasers L versions, and then when you break the enemies, you create 2 more, right? Every turn, right? Every time you break the enemy, you are able to get 2 more of these guys, right? So this is insane upgrade right here for her, but you cannot duplicate it, because if you are able to duplicate this, yeah, it's gonna cause a lot of problems, guys. Okay, but since I had this also before, so the run, how the run went was I ended up getting the base version for this thing right here, and I ended up duplicating this right here. And because I duplicated that, I had 2 of these guys, and then when I was doing the run, and I got the duplicate event from in the run, I ended up getting the epiphany for this. So I went with this, and then since I already had a different one, I got another epiphany event that let me get the 3 version, right? And so I was able to duplicate all that. Very good. Of course I also have this right here. I think with this build, the best one probably gonna be this epiphany right here. This would have been so broken, guys. Okay, because since the build can generate so much homie laser cards, I would have been able to add a lot of hit to this, right? Let's say I have like 10 homie laser cards on hand, right? That will add 10, well, not 10, but it's gonna be 9, right? Times 9 hit to this, right? Because add 1 hit for each homie laser in hand, right? If you use homie lasers, it doesn't count. You have to keep the homie laser cards on hand and use this first, and then you guys can follow up with the homie lasers, right? So yeah, this epiphany would have been super nice, but I didn't get it. I ended up getting this one right here, which is also another based one you guys can pick up. Of course this thing got retained and it costs 3, so you know, you can save this whenever you feel like it, and you can use it whenever you have enough you know, AP points, right? So ability points. But yeah, that's the build, man, and I'll show you guys how that works. Of course her build is like this, right? We got the gear. This is by far her base gears. You guys can go for like a 2-cost 2 pieces with like attack percentage, right? You guys can go for attack percentage set like this one, right? The 2-piece, or you guys can also go for this, because I'm pretty sure the homing this one is not gonna be super effective on her, because you know what I'm saying, it's basic cards, right? But the problem is the homie lasers, these are not basic cards, but I'm pretty sure the other ones should be basic card, right? Yeah, these are basic cards, so you guys can definitely utilize the Scarab set, because that also buffs her basic cards, right? So you guys can go for 2 pieces for her, and of course you guys want the crit set right here for her as well, right? When it comes to her partners, I'm using Karate. have not gotten her own like you know what I'm saying, partner, which is actually a really strong. Yeah, so her partner is very strong, guys. Okay, this thing is broken, but I didn't get it. What this character or like partner does is pretty much it increases her Serena's attack by 8%, and then when the assigned combatant card moved from graveyard to hand, okay, from graveyard to hand, gain 1 repair complete. And what repair complete does is it says plus 10 damage amount to the assigned combatant attack cards, right? And this thing can stack up to 3 times, so that will give you like 30%, right? 30% damage amount to the assigned combatant attack cards, which is actually very strong. And then you also increases damage amount of the assigned combatant attack cards that are used against the rival target by 15%, right? This is broken, right? And then her ego skill right here, when an ally inflicts ravage, right, which is when you break the enemies, right? But it says when an ally. I don't know if Serenial's break mechanic works with this. It says when an ally, right? So I don't know, but it depends, right? We'll see. I think it should work though, right? Even if Serenial is the one that broke the enemy, this should still activate, right? That wouldn't make sense if it doesn't. Yeah, so overclock to the assigned combatant. And what overclock does is pretty much it gives her 25% crit chance for 1 turn, right? Which is absolutely broken. So yeah, this Peko is very strong, and this is not super specific to Serena. You guys can absolutely use Peko with different characters, right? Yeah, so you guys can use this with like Renoa, right? For Luke, I think for Luke, his own partner is actually the best one, the best option for him. But if you guys don't have option, you guys can definitely use it on Luke as well, okay? So it's a very flexible partner, and I like it, right? Of course, Luke partner is very strong, as you guys know, right? If you go to the partner side, of course, this is ideally what you guys want on Luke, because this partner gives him so much stuff, right? Say plus 9% crit chance to the assigned combatant attack card, costing 1 or less, right? That's very strong, right? This, for example, this is very specific to Luke, right? When the assigned combatant uses 5 bullet cards, right? Create a random handgun bullets, increase damage amount to the created card by 50%, right? And then the activation is 150 damage to all enemies, increase damage amount of the designated combatant bullet by 20%, right? This is very specific. So you guys ideally want this on Luke, but you guys can definitely use Peko on Renoa, right? Renoa, she would be great with her as well. And since Renoa also works very similar to Serenal, where she exhausts a bunch of cards like her Dirge Bullets, right? And then do like a bunch of damage, right? At the end of the turn and stuff like that. So this definitely works with Renoa. So yeah, you guys can definitely use Peko with her. I am definitely gonna try to hunt for Peko. Right now I am at 30 out of 80p on her, so yeah. I should be able to get her by the end of the day, right? But yeah, anyways guys, yeah, sorry for getting sidetracked, but yeah, let's go into the score challenge and I'll show you guys how this build works. And yeah, she's insane, guys, okay? Before I show you guys how the build works, I want to talk to you guys about some of the teammates you guys can use with Serena, okay? Serena, she's very flexible. You guys can use multiple cards with her, but I think the one I find very fun is, of course, Chizuru. She works really well with Chizuru, guys, because again, whenever Serena does her attacks, she has multiple multi-hit attack, right? So which means it will buff this card right here, right? Then this will turn it into the plus version. So yeah, very good synergy with them right there. And since Chizuru doesn't really require that much, cards, because you mainly want to focus on this right here, the Will-O-Wisp card, and then you want to focus on this, right? If you guys are going for the multi-hit version of Chizuru build, right? So yeah, Chizuru is definitely one you guys can absolutely use with Serenal, because yeah, they work really well together, guys, okay? And another card you guys can use is I would say Hugo. Absolutely works great with her. Since Serena works similar to Teresa, you guys know how strong Teresa and Hugo team is, right? So you guys can definitely use Serena as Teresa, right? Teresa 2.0 version, right? And whenever Serena uses her, laser cards right there, right? He will follow up with his follow-up damage because of the this right here, right? Come in the hand stacks, right? So yeah. Absolutely, they are so fun, man. Like Serenial combo with Hugo is absolutely disgusting, guys, okay? You guys can absolutely use Hugo with them, and yeah, you guys can create Teresa and Hugo team with Serenal, okay? Very easily. Another one you guys can absolutely use is, of course, right? She buffs one cost cards, and she also buffs her multi-hit capabilities, right? So absolutely great support for Serenial, right? Absolutely broken. You guys know how strong she is with like somebody like Melin. You guys can use her with. And she also works with like someone like Luke, right? Because of his multi-hit effect, right? So yeah, Ree is absolutely amazing combo with Serenal, and you guys can also use Mika, which is also another broken character you guys can use with her. Of course, Serenal, if you guys don't have like a save funny to reduce the cost of these cards, she have a lot of expensive cards like this one right here. It costs 3 AP. She also have a crazy one like this, right? 2 cost cards. So yeah, you know, Mika provided with all the AP she needs, and she could just, you know, keep going, right? So yeah, Mika is another card you guys can absolutely use with her. Of course, Cassius, you know, I don't need to say more, right? Cassius, you guys seen the score challenge, right? How everyone is just using Serena Cassius combo. Yeah, Cassius works great with her as well. Of course, the best one by far is probably Selena as well, right? Selena, pretty much less Serena. You know, she pretty much capitalizes on Serena kit because she's also able to break the enemies very fast, and when you break the enemy, Serena does the most, right? So yeah, Selena is another card you guys can absolutely use with Serena. Yeah, Selena with Serena, absolutely great combo right there, because yeah, she also does tenacity damage as well, right? So yeah, amazing team. You guys seen the score challenge, right? Everyone is using Selena with Cassius combo, right, to do the highest score, right? So yeah, very good combination right there. Another way you guys can also use is Magna, but it's gonna be a bit expensive on the AP side because Magna also have a lot of expensive cards, as you guys can see, right? 2 costs right there, 2 costs right here, right? So yeah, Magna, you guys, it's very situational. You guys can use it with Serenial, but not as good as the other ones, right? But yeah, those are some of the teammates you guys can absolutely use with Serenial, man. Yeah, she's insane. And yeah, that's okay, guys, I want to show you guys how this build works. This build is insane, guys, and I want to show you guys with Chizuru, guys, and how those two got very nice synergy together. Okay, of course, for this, as you guys can see, for my Serena build, I managed to get this card right here. You guys know how this works. Every time you use attack card, you get a 20% fixed shield that can stack up to 10 times. And of course, I like using her with the Agni stack because she is very similar to Teresa, where she generates a bunch of these cards, right? You guys know, right? She generates a bunch of homie laser cards and she does crazy stuff, right? And then we have this right here: when a card is exhausted, 30% fixed shield. So because of this, of course, all of her just laser cards right here, all of them, they have exhaust on them, right? As you guys can see, right? Because of that exhaust, we should be able to get a bunch of shield right here as well. So yeah, we're not gonna take any damage from her, guys. Okay, and I want to show you guys against this guy right here. Of course, this is only level 7. I don't usually farm these. So that's why I'm not pushed all the way to 10, but this should be a good place to show you guys how she works. Okay, so let's go in and show you guys how this works. Okay, yeah, this build is insane, man. I'm having so much fun with this build, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so yeah, I want to show you guys how this works here. Of course, you're gonna summon his little minions right here, and since I have the card that lets me discard up to 3 cards at the beginning gear, I'm able to do this. So we're gonna do this, and we're gonna remove this card. This is very good right here, but I don't need it at the moment. And I'm also gonna remove this card right here, of course. Actually, I'm gonna keep that, and we're just gonna remove the 2 cards right there. Okay, so we have we have a bunch of them, as you guys can see. So we're gonna use this right here to get extra AP. We're gonna use this, and then I have this card right here, which 78% damage times 2 for every 4 card in hand. So what I want to do is I want to do this right here. All right, generate a bunch of them, and I want to also use this right here, and then I want to use this right here, just to get a bunch of cards right here. So let's see, we should be able to pull a good amount. Yeah, we pulled 2 cards right now, and then I'm just going to use this on the main boss right here. Right, we are generating a bunch of cards, as you can see. I'm not able to break the boss right now, which is unfortunate. If I was able to break them, I would have been able to use another one of these and generate a bunch of homing lasers as well, right? We're gonna skip the turn here, but as you can see, I have 457 shield right now. So yeah, this we're not gonna take any damage, guys. Okay. Okay, we broke the enemy, and then we're gonna as soon as they spawn, I want to use this, so my hand won't be too full to utilize her summons. Right? Look at this. Look at the amount of shield I'm getting from this, guys. Okay, of course this thing gonna do a lot of damage, and then I am gonna use this card right here because this thing stacked up all the way to 5 times, so we are able to use it. Right. Of course, the minions, they go and they do their thing, and then we could end the turn right now. See, the boss already like super low right now. We're gonna use this right here, and then I want to activate this right now because I don't need any of these cards. So we're gonna remove these two right here, and hopefully we get something good here. Okay, so I also of course I also have gear bug, which is, you guys know how that works, right? That thing is amazing. And then I want to generate a bunch of cards here. Right, using okay, let's do this. Alright. And then we're gonna use Chizuru's card right now, of course. And since we used a bunch of homing laser cards, this should activate a bunch of them at the same time. But I want to use this right here to break him. But before that, I do want to do this right now, actually. Let's do this. Just to get a stack on Chizuru as well, why not, right? And then we're gonna do this. So we should be able to break this boss, and then we get a bunch of them, as you guys can see, right? This is pretty much how it works, right? You get a bunch of tenacity cards right now, and then we're just gonna spam them. And yeah, she just keeps going, man. She's insane, man. I freaking love her. And then I want to use this just to get extra shield, of course. Look, I have 831 shield, guys. And then we're gonna use this, right? Since we already used a bunch of them, we should be able to activate a bunch of them at the same time. See? And this just boop, boop, boop. Yeah, this build is just disgusting. Yeah, this thing is dead, pretty much. Yeah, there you go, guys. And that's phase 1 done, and then we're gonna go inside the phase 2. Of course, we have a bunch of shields, so even if he damages us, we're not gonna take damage from this thing, right? Look at this. Cute, right? That's cute, man. He tried, guys. Okay. And what I want to do here, since I have a bunch of cards here, I want to use this to get a bunch of cards as well. And then we're gonna do this right here. Ideally, I should be using this to increase the damage, but it doesn't really matter. Of course, we have this as well, and I think I have 5 stack on Chizuru, so we're just gonna use this for why not, just to lower the break bar on this guy right here. Since of course these two have a retain, so they will be staying. And then okay, we're gonna use this, and we're gonna shoot. See, as soon as we get the cards, we use them, right? See, it's stacking the melt teeth, right? It's stacking the Chizuru Moon card right now. And I guess I'm just gonna use this and then use this. And the boss is stunned, of course. Yeah, he's absolutely getting melted right now, guys. She's insane, man. Absolutely insane character. Okay. Here, so we're gonna stack more on Chizuru right now. Why not, right? And then I'm gonna use this right now. We could create more, as you can see, right? Create homing lasers. So yeah, this build is just insane, as you guys can see, right? The enemies, they don't stand a chance, guys. And on top of that, right, this card is absolutely broken on her right now. This right here, very broken Epiphany. This lets me break the enemy a lot faster, right, because it does 1 tenacity damage. And then we also have this, right, that activates homing lasers from the draw pile and the graveyard, right, which is insane, right? And of course, we also have this that lets us draw a card, and it also applies Agni, and yeah, and a bunch of ability to create more homing lasers right now. Yeah, this build is insane, man. What I'm gonna do is I want to use this. It says times 6, as you guys can see, right? But before that, I do want to use this right now. Now let's use that and create a bunch of them. If we are able to break them, we should be able to generate a bunch as well. So yeah, we should be able to break the boss with this, and then you guys see how much stuff we're gonna get from this. All right, so we break the boss right here, just insane amount of damage, and then we get a bunch of cards as well, right? Look at the laser cards, and that thing stacks up this as well, right? Look at this, right? We get a bunch of cards as well with the upgrade combined. Yeah, just disgusting, man. You guys know how this build works, right? Pretty much, man. She's insane, man. Look at this. This thing is dead. I know we can finish it off with Chizuru right now, and just GG's, right? Yeah, the boss don't stand a chance, man. Look at this. Of course, Chizuru does her thing. Yeah, just absolutely disgusting build right here, man. And yeah, I'm super happy how this thing turned out, man. And yeah, that's Chizuru that's Serenial for you guys, and with the Chizuru team. Okay, so yeah, very strong, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, this character, man, I am loving her. Probably one of the best character design I've ever seen in this game. I'll be honest with you guys. And yeah, she's just insane, man. Like, her kit just works really well together, man. And yeah, I don't know if I do want to try different build with her, with like a different Epiphany where I could duplicate this card right here as much as possible with this Epiphany right here. Let me show you guys. This one's also very good, right? But this one right here, right? This one on Ravage, move to hand. I do want to try a build with where I duplicate this a bunch of times and yeah, see how that works as well. Because yeah, the base homing laser turns into this thing right here, which is broken, right? Whenever you break the enemy, you move to the hand, so you guys can use this multiple times. And when you destroy, you add 1 hit to it, right? So very strong set right there. So yeah, I do want to try a build with that as well. But for now, I'm very happy about the safe data, guys. Okay. Just insane, man. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about Serenial, and let me know how you guys are enjoying using her. She's insane, man. And yeah, anyways, see you guys on the next video, and of course, don't forget to like and subscribe, and yeah, bye bye, guys.